Well, our next story mixes faith and music as the legacy of the late singer Sultan becomes the topic of a religious gathering that celebrates the life and times of a singer. Hosted annually during the Ramadan period by the management body Temple, the lecture this year, attended by his family and a few industry practitioners, touches on avoiding distractions, with guests testifying to how the late singer Sultan was able to operate in the showbiz space without getting distracted from his Islamic faith.
So this is part of his legacy. This is his legacy. Before he passed, we hosted 2 editions of, I think 3 editions. One was virtual and I think 2 were in person edition of this lecture and iftar together here. And we committed to continuing it after he passed, and we are going to continue to do it. So this is his legacy, and we continue to sustain it. Also, if you listen to his music, you will realize that they are timeless. A lot of his songs, even today, all these years after he is gone, if you listen to the song where he was talking about Ajole Dabile, it's still very, very relevant. If you listen to, and he was an activist. He stood for what was right at all times, even when it was most inconvenient for him. And so those are all part of the legacy of the man, the star, Sultan. He was such an amazing guy. We could talk about any and everything. He was also very, very, he was a critical thinker. He would ideate. He was also a man that was full of audacity. I remember, I think the play was Jungle Fever that he staged. I think we stayed together a few showings at Terra Culture that year. The movie he made as well. So he's one that no matter how difficult the task is, once he's committed to it, he's going to follow it through. And I think I miss that about him. I miss the fact that you could also count on him. He was a brother in deed, you know. And so those are some of the things I miss the most about him. Also, I mean, his character. He was a mentor to so many, and I'm sure that those guys are also feeling the impact of his absence.